This is the 205th episode of CloudFocus Weekly for the first week of February 2015. This episode is titled 84 Pulses. CloudFocus Weekly is brought to you by Arkus, and we are hiring. If you are a Salesforce consultant and want to be part of a unique and growing company, send your resume to careers@arkusinc.com. That's ARKUSINC.com. I'm your host, Jason Atwood, and joining me, co-host, 205 times in a row, never misses a beat, Justin, never misses a beat, Edelstein.
I'm missing a beat right now.
My
phone was ringing in my pocket.
That happens.
And I looked at the number, and you look at the number and you try to determine, this area code. Okay,
right.
It's local.
Right.
But they're not a contact in my phone.
What was it, a 212?
It was a 516.
Okay, that's like Long Island. Okay.
I know who it was.
Oh.
And I kind of wish I could have answered it, but we had already started the podcast.
You can't answer it on air.
Just got a little vibration. They left a voicemail.
There you go.
So they can expect a call back from me.
They will get, and that will happen after. That'll be next time on.
Or I can do the call during the podcast and see if people enjoy it.
Not that I think they're going to enjoy that so much.
It's not a client, it's a personal thing.
But what they will enjoy.
What might they enjoy?
Is our agenda for today.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, see, pretty
good.
good.
Brought that right around.
That was really good. So we have in our last episode. No, we have one more.
We're gonna have another, but we're gonna skip a week and come back to it.
Oh, that one's actually gonna be written.
It's gonna be written.
Oh, okay. Because I know. All right. I thought
it will be written.
I thought it got caught.
It would have thrown the whole schedule off, and it would have moved everyone up a week, and those people might not have been ready to move up a week.
Okay.
It's happening.
Oh, it's happening. But anyway, so this week we have two blog posts, one that we wrote and one that we didn't write on Spring 15. So we have a couple more Spring 15s. So we'll be back to that in a while, but we'll do a little bit in the blogging today. And then we have two little bits of, I guess, wearable news, which is kind of fun. They're juxtaposing each other, so we'll talk about those. And then we have a kind of neat next time on, so we'll talk about that.
Very special episode.
And then we'll do a CloudFocus app pick of the week. And I got a very cool one.
You have a creepy one.
I have a creepy cool one.
It's creepy.
Anyway,
creepy thing.
So let's go. First of all, start off with the blog post of the week. That's at blog.arkusinc.com.
Hey, look who wrote this.
It's written by me.
Look, it was published on February 5th.
At 12:51 p.m. So this is Salesforce Spring 15 for banking. So I was saying, I think I win with the picture, the icon.
Yeah, you know what? You did work on that.
I actually do work.
To just search on Google for.
Yeah, I
didn't
actually
even notice that. To be quite honest,
I opened up my Photoshop.
I didn't even notice that's a really good one.
That's a good one. It wasn't actually that hard, but anyway, I do own Photoshop, which actually could be my another pick.
Photoshop?
No, pick the creative the licensing I have for Photoshop.
Oh.
Which is cloud licensing. It's like
I want one of those.
You pay monthly, and it basically gives you this list, and you can just click on any of the apps and downloads them, installs them. You basically have access to all the suite of Adobe, which is like 15 apps. So
I have
Illustrator. No, you don't get that.
Yeah, I don't need that.
You don't need that.
You
don't know. You'd break your head even opening up Photoshop.
Oh yeah, Photoshop's scary to me.
Yeah. So
I was watching somebody this morning edit on Adobe Premiere.
Yes.
Which I use.
Someone?
I'm not my wife.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't use Adobe.
You're
Premiere.
cheating on your wife with watching someone else edit?
No, I was at a prospect's office this morning, and they had a studio, and I was like, "Oh, you guys have a studio?" And I'm always interested when there's a broadcasting studio.
Right.
I am a broadcaster.
You
Clearly,
are.
I'm doing it right now.
Yes.
And
I've heard.
I went to college for broadcasting, so always interested. And he's like, "Oh yeah," and here's the guy who runs the studio, and he's sitting there in front of this mega enormous. Huge Apple monitor, like the size that they don't
mega, enormous, and huge?
They don't make them this big anymore.
30. It's a 30
No,
inch.
it's bigger.
I don't think they made anything above
It's
30.
huge. It's like the old one, the silver ones. Really old.
Really?
But really big. And he's sitting there editing. I'm like, I don't recognize that one because I would recognize
right.
Avid or
right.
some of the other ones. He's like, oh, it's Premiere. I'm like, oh, wow, I haven't used that in like 12 years. He's like, yeah, whatever. Oh,
we're stuck.
This phone keeps
stuck in the
ringing.
history. Turn
This
your
is
phone
not
off.
good.
This is the studio.
The same person.
You can't bring your phone into the studio.
It's important.
No, it's not that important. It's gonna have to wait about 35 minutes.
Sorry, bud.
All right. So I wrote a blog post called Salesforce Spring for 15. So this is part of our banking track. Yeah, banking track on the blog. I think this is like fourth or fifth one I've done. And this is a look at Salesforce Spring 15, but sort of considering the banking industry. So I tried to. It was tough because I went through all of our other blog posts and I tried to pick out ones that we hadn't already talked about. So I think I did that, although maybe
I think you did.
Yeah, I think I didn't.
Part.
I didn't create anyone's.
I'm surprised the sales one didn't do this.
The leads one.
The lead one.
Yeah. So anyway, we're not going to go over it because we're actually the next article is called, which will probably cover every single one of these, which is not written by us. But anyway, that's at blog.arkusinc.com. I take out about 5 or 6 features and I talk about them, and you can go read it. That's awesome. So top coder.
Yep. So Jeff Douglas.
Oh, so Jeff Douglas. There you go. I was supposed to say, I think I recognize this person, or this blog, wrote the 84 things you should know about the Salesforce.
I wonder how he came up with 84.
I don't know. I think he has to look at the branding guidelines because there's no more. You don't call it Salesforce.com anymore.
You don't?
I don't know if you do anymore.
I don't know
look
if
at their
you do or
logo.
not.
No .coms. There's no .coms anywhere.
There's no more .coms.
If you look anywhere. Anyway, he lists off literally 84 of them, and they're in like these categories of stuff. I will say the one, since I've been talking to clients about it and even brought it up again today, the one that everybody just keeps talking about over and over and over again is the dupe blocker.
Well, all right, you'll talk about the dupe blocker.
I don't want to talk about it. I just want to say that everybody's so excited about.
I was going to sort of bring it back to the banking thing.
Oh, okay.
And just talk about the first thing he listed in general enhancements, which is IE7 and IE8 are no longer supported.
Yeah. Well, what is IE on now? 10? 9?
I think 11.
11?
Yeah. I think it's 11.
And what's Chrome on? Nobody knows.
Who cares?
It's just Chrome.
I just think about like forward-facing, client-facing applications like a community.
Yeah.
And I could see a bank being like, how can you not support IE8? A blah, blah, blah percentage of our users log into our website with IE8.
Right.
Like these are like considerations and things that while I totally understand not supporting browsers that are 3 or 4 versions old, and I mean IE8's 5 years old maybe. I get it, but people still do use them. And that's where that's the rub of the whole, multi-tenant architecture is. When Salesforce decides to support things, you get it. When they decide to stop supporting things, you live with those consequences.
So just for S's and G's, I went to look at our website.
Yeah.
So as a comparison.
Yeah. So who's hitting our website?
So 67%, 67.9%. Obviously, we'll sit this is over a time period. This is over. It's over a month. Why don't I do last year?
Let's do a year.
Let's do a year. Let's do an entire year.
Calendar year.
Okay, I'm going a year.
Why don't you go January 1st, 2014?
I did January 6th, 2014 to February 5th, 2015. So over a year. Okay, didn't change. 63.8%. That's a little bit down. 63.8% is what browser?
Is what browser?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Oh, that's not the name of a browser?
No.
What browser?
Yeah, what browser?
Safari.
Chrome.
Oh.
63% is Chrome.
Wow. I was guessing Safari because of the mobile stuff.
And that's over a year period. Firefox is next up with 13.32.
Wow, okay.
Safari's at 10.
Where are you, IE?
Under 10. 9.8%.
Does it break it down?
Yep, I'm about to do that for you.
Break it.
All right.
Do it.
31. This is of the subset of IE. 31.12%.
IE 10.
11.
11. Okay, good on you.
30%. 29.55. 9.
What happened to 10? Is there an IE 10?
I don't know. Oh yeah, no, it's on here. It's way low. 23%. 8.
Yeah, see that? 23% of people still on IE8.
No. Yeah, 23% of 10%.
But of the people who are using Internet Explorer, they're still
but that's
on IE8.
That's less than like 3% of the population, so that's tiny.
Still people.
Now, And there's a 0.03%, and this is 0.03% of, again, the total of 10% are using 5. But
5.
it goes 10, 9, 8, 10, or sorry, 11, 10, 11, 9, 8, 10, 7, 6, 5. With 10 being less than both 8 and 9, which is a little bit odd, but then 11 spiking. It must be a Windows 7, Windows 8 thing.
Yeah, there must have been this one ships with this browser and this one ships with this browser.
Anyway,
and one of them got caught in the middle.
That's kind of interesting.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so let's mention a couple. Let's go in there. Let's pick 2 each.
I'll pick one of the Force.com ones
that we have not mentioned.
This is from Jeff, and he's more of a Force.com guy. And I'll go with one of the code ones. So deploy to production without running all tests with quick deploy.
Very
I was reading
cool.
about this the other day as I was rereading some of the release notes. So I think the way it works is, and I don't know if he does describe it here. So if you have deployed a change set with the same components or validated a change set with the same components within the last 4 days,
nice,
all the tests don't have to run.
That's very cool.
So, like, I just did a deployment over the weekend last week where I only deployed 14 actual components, but it had to run 216 tests. And every time I went to validate or deploy, it would take a long time because I was running all those tests in production. And, man, it would have been great if I could have skipped that step after the first time. It's like, yes, everything runs.
Right.
And nothing else is changing. So let me just, because I had to validate it a few times. So that's really cool. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think of one that I didn't mention. Well, maybe I'll use one that I did mention. Or 2 little ones. Chatter dashboard package, which will be an installable package that will come out after spring, which will allow you to get metrics about Chatter posts. Now, I would do a little plug for Compliance Locker, which actually logs all of Chatter posts anyway, and you can actually then do metrics around Chatter. I'm sure this will be much better, especially with stuff like topics and things like that. Maybe, I don't know. And then, emoticons coming to Chatter feeds.
Yeah, I've seen that in the success community.
Smiley face, smiley face.
I think it was like a browser plugin or something.
Frowny face. All right, you pick another one.
Oh, okay. Let me pick one from this. I'm trying to scroll down to
it's 84
bottom.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm trying to go more towards the bottom so I can do this. Let's see. Stuff that we haven't even mentioned yet. So that's also
something we
hard.
haven't mentioned.
Yeah, that one's hard.
Wow.
Why don't you go
good.
first?
I'm using this time to actually find one.
Oh, see, there you go.
How about this one? I don't think anybody's talked about this.
Yeah.
The import my accounts and contacts. Now you can pick social networks to drive from, like LinkedIn, like Gmail.
Yeah.
You can say import my accounts and contacts from these sources, and it'll go pick them up. I think LinkedIn, Gmail, there's a couple others. So that's kind of cool.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's
especially that with the dupe blocking. Again, don't want to bring back the dupe blocking, but I feel like that's massive. All right, pick one more, and then we'll move on.
One more. Something I actually use already. So they're expanding setup search to include now assignment rules, custom buttons, custom links, and more.
Nice.
So I use it now to search for fields. It's great because I know what the field is. I want to find it without having to click. And I'm always a search first navigator.
Yep.
Search first navigator. I feel like that should be a thing.
Should be a T-shirt,
like a badge or something.
Tattoo.
All right. So expanded
it's like
setup
Shark.
search. Speaking of badges, I'm gonna go off on a tangent.
Okay.
I went today.
Thanks.
Thanks, badge. So I thanked you in our org this morning, did I not?
You did.
I did.
Thank you for thanking
and
me.
I used one of the standard thanks badges because I wanted to create a custom badge, and I went to create my custom badge, and when I clicked save, I got that dreaded internal server error page that doesn't have the header, nothing.
Right.
It's just a white page that says internal server error. It would not let me create a new badge. I tried.
Is it just you? I mean, maybe you stink, and
maybe I stink. Maybe it was the image I was using. I don't know, but it would not let me create a new badge today.
But we're also on some special pilot.
Yeah, but I got an internal server error. I was very angry.
Well, right, but we're on
'Cause
a
I had a
pilot.
really good image for what I was thanking you
What
for.
was it?
Well, it was an attention to detail image.
I thought we already had one of those badges.
We
don't have an attention to detail badge?
No. So I was going to create
Jeez.
an attention to
Why do we
detail
not-
badge,
Oh, I
and
see,
I was gonna give one of these. So
okay,
isn't that
that's
nice?
Not bad.
So you were gonna get one of those, and you didn't. Instead, you got like a standard
That's terrible.
poo-poo badge.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't really
I
want
call
a-
it poo-poo badge.
I don't want a poo-poo badge.
Poopy badge.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I will try that as we speak, just
Yeah,
so we
give
can
it a go. It's I mean, it is the different interface, but
Yeah.
maybe it was the browser I was on. Maybe it wanted me on a different browser, a different
I'm
session.
going to badges, so I just click new.
Yeah, click new. It looks like a standard
Test.
Salesforce record.
Right, whatever. Choose an image. I'll make a badge for me. I'll use me
The
as
Jason
the Jason badge.
picture badge.
Yeah, the Jason picture badge. Very good badge.
Yeah,
236K.
You don't want that badge.
Save. Badge created.
Yeah, I couldn't create.
It was
one.
the image.
Must be
All right.
the image.
Deleting
I didn't
this
like
badge that
that.
I just created. All right.
I didn't like it. All right, let's move on to things that other people didn't like.
So basically, your. Oh, nice segue, by the way.
Thank you.
But basically, it's your fault
It is, I guess.
because your badge didn't work, and it should have worked. All right,
Wow.
let's move on to some other things. So back in, if we do our Wayback Machine, back to Dreamforce 2014, which seems almost 16 years ago, but was barely 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Will.i.am, famous musician and tech starter upper, I guess, showed off and announced his Pulse. Spelled
Force, right?
so sorry, I spelled it wrong here. It's spelled
Puls.
yes,
Pulse.
Pulse,
Not a smartwatch.
So he announced this at Dreamforce. Basically, had the conference. He used Dreamforce as a vehicle to announce it.
Yep.
So
And the partner shall remain nameless, and I watched the announcement.
yes,
We watched it and came away befuddled by it.
right.
We both had kind of the same negative reaction to it at the time.
That's sort of the point, is that now it's been out. People have reviewed it, because I guess that was like a demo model, whatever. And so there's been a review, and of course I see the review and I'm like, oh, I want to see, because I wasn't at the session that talked about it. I watched he did like a video with like TechCrunch or something, but he did like a 15-minute interview. So I was like, oh, I kind of get it. They showed it. He showed it. They showed off all the features. So I was like, oh, okay, I kind of got everything I wanted to do.
Cuff.
So then I watched that, and I came across, like, I guess I had a different experience, because I saw it as, I thought it was innovative. Like, he was really pushing some bounds and thinking about things in a different way. I think from a technology standpoint, it just looks like, yeah, that's not going to work. But hey, like the idea that you wear clothes and the clothes connect to your thing and it charges as you walk, and it's all like you're in like fashion wearables and like great concepts. But then I think like taking those great concepts that look good up on one of these whiteboards around us and then breaking it down to like an actual technical thing, I think that's tough. And so anyway, there's the first review on Mashables, is Will.i.am's Pulse, Puls. This is what wearable nightmares look like.
Pretty scathing.
Yeah, he basically blows it up and says it is.
And that's the title, right? This is what
I've-
nightmares look like.
Yeah,
And then
wearable nightmares look like.
the first header, beyond uncomfortable.
Well, that, but there are
But, like,
so
the
many.
headers are
the
just
first,
so
the first subject,
damning.
the first sentence. You don't have to read any further. There are so many things wrong with Will.i.am's Pulse smartwatch or smart bangle wearable that I don't even know where to begin. I mean, you're basically saying,
Just read the headers.
Yeah.
Beyond uncomfortable. User interface nightmare.
what
Then
and
he
then
wrote,
what is good.
and he wrote, he actually gave it a little bit. And
He
then,
said the phone is good.
And then he did talk about how it is still a beta project or product.
Right.
And I think at some point in this article or this blog post, he did compare it a little bit to like Google Glass, like almost like a buyer beware type of thing. Like Google Glass disappeared, right? We didn't even talk about that.
Well, I don't think it disappeared. I mean, they sold thousands and thousands of them.
But you can't.
I think they kind of pulled it back to rework it. Like, they're not giving up on Google Glass. I think they're giving up on that piece of hardware that they built, but I think Google Glass, the technology, the theory, everything will come back as something else. Let me give you an example.
I want Google Eyeglass.
Like Google Wave.
I want one spectacle.
Well, it's like Google Wave. Google Wave was killed off, but then a lot of it showed back up in Google Docs, which then became Google Drive. Like, it showed back up. Like, a lot of the commenting and stuff, all this stuff that didn't exist is kind of. So I expect Google Glass to show back up as a different thing. Like, I mean, yes, I don't know. I think it'll come back. I don't think you've seen the last of Google Glass. You haven't seen the last of Google Glass? Wow, where'd that voice come from?
Know.
That was awesome.
I want Google compact lens.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to wear the glass. I want something that goes in my eyeball.
Contact lens. What do they call it?
Because then I can use my pick of the week, and oh, man, I'm a scary, scary person. Anyway, so $400. He said it was uncomfortable. The typing on it was terrible.
Well, that's the thing. It replaced the idea. The whole pitch was it's untethered.
Right.
Like, that was the whole pitch. Like,
right.
You don't need a phone.
Right.
This is a phone.
Right.
And you don't need the phone to do email because you could do it on this thing, which is so tiny that when we were watching the presentation, I was looking at the partner, and I was like, who in their right mind would ever take the time to compose anything on that thing?
So he has a little video in the article on Mashable again, showing how he does the input, and it looks terrible. It makes me want to go back and get the old 3-touch, whatever they called that, triple touch.
I mean,
it's that bad.
It's a QWERTY keyboard on a 2-inch screen,
and they're tiny. The other piece I thought he said was interesting was the Anita.
Anita was great when he was presenting it because it was like Anita something,
right.
Anita something, and it was funny.
Right. Anita. Well, okay. I need a restaurant to go to tonight.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it's a better name for Siri.
Aneeda.
Right.
Anita. Not Anita.
Right.
Anita. But she says Anita is like Siri minus the personality. Anyway, I don't know. It didn't look like a winner when it came out. I love that people are pressing, the sides or the technology and trying. I think the interface is really the toughest piece. This big, bulky bracelet, like
it's a cuff.
I know he says it at one point. It looks like the thing that the prisoners wear, so they can't leave their houses.
Well, he called it a cuff when he was presenting it, so he was calling it a fashion.
But
thing.
Why is a big black cuff on you? Like, how is that fashionable?
I don't know what fashion is.
Well, that's clear.
I mean, I can
look at you and see that.
The Devil Wears Prada, and some of those things go way over my head. Great movie, by the way.
Yeah, it's okay movie.
It's very good.
All right, so that's the Pulse. Speaking of the Pulse, I have my hand on the pulse of Apple News. Oh, really? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not even going to cover the Apple announcements, which were like worlds were broken with the amount of iPad or iPhones that they sold, broke through every record. Like, it's just insane. Like what this company keeps saying, they can't make any more. This is impossible. You can't sell any more of these things. Oh, we sold 67 million of them. I mean, when they sold 1 million phones, it was like no big deal. Now it's like 67, or it was a huge deal. Now it's like 67 million phones in a quarter. Anyway, apparently there was a pent-up demand for bigger screens because they sold a lot of them. Oh, they still sell it's still 3-to-1 for big to small screens. And as I played Bejeweled today, I'm like, he couldn't play Bejeweled on a big screen. So anyway, but what he did talk about, Tim Cook talked about in the earnings call, he's talked about the Apple Watch that's coming out, and it's going to ship in April. Now, it's been a while since we talked about the Apple Watch, which we're since in the world of wearables. This is a very known wearable. Like, there are now interfaces. Tesla's showed off their Apple Watch app that they've built. And they kind of slammed like the SDK, and they're like, there's things you can't do, there's things you can't get to, like that Apple was keeping controlled. I kind of want to be like, yeah, that's sort of the way Apple does things, right? They start small and they grow. No, they always don't give like full control over the phone. Even now, I mean, they allow slowly to give like small bits because they want to keep it very stable and controlled. But there's some interesting things that people are showing off because they get access to the SDK and they can start to write apps.
What are they showing off?
So that was one. Tesla had all this
do?
stuff. Yeah, you could just see everything about your phone, everything about your car sitting.
Can you start your car?
I don't know if they put in starting your car, maybe, but it's like all the levels and things like that. I have in my OmniFocus buy Apple Watch as a project. I keep pushing it out. It's a project. First, buy Apple Watch. Done. No, but I'm gonna have to like order it.
Oh,
I guess it's really not. It's more of just a reminder me to do it, like when it comes out. But when we first talked about, so I'm forgetting where you are now, because you flipped so many freaking times.
I flipped once.
No, you flipped 100 times.
I flipped exactly one time.
No, well,
actually, I don't even think it's a flip, because I was always undecided until I made my decision.
Oh, okay. Are you the decider?
I was declared undecided.
Okay, so what is your decision?
I will be buying an Apple Watch.
So first out, first week, first day, on sale, 6 a.m., you're clicking the button.
Correct.
Doesn't matter. Don't want to see it, touch it, be in a store, don't care.
Don't feel like I have to.
Probably go for the sport fitness tracking version,
Correct.
Not the $15,000 gold
not
one.
That one.
Okay.
I want the sport one to replace my Fitbit.
To replace your Fitbit.
Correct.
Like your Fitbit, but
I'd rather have an Apple. But it doesn't do all it does is like one thing. It tracks my steps and it does a bunch of other things, but that's what it does.
Right.
If I could wear something that does something a little bit more than that.
Okay. So you're all in.
Go for it. Yeah.
What's your so they've announced pricing, but I bet you don't know it. So I'm going to say So I'm going to say what's the max you'd pay for the Apple Watch?
The max?
Yeah, like if this is the lowest you could get it for, or the one that you want is this price. Let me throw some numbers at you.
All right,
$1,000.
That made me think.
Okay, so if it's like the one you want is like $1,000.
Yeah,
you're thinking $750.
Probably still thinking.
Really?
Yeah.
$599.
I'm in there.
Click.
Yeah.
Click, done.
Yeah.
$499.
If there's a 5,
half a click.
If there's a 5, I'm in.
It's a 5.
Yeah.
$599.
If it's like
99.
500, that'd be good. But if it's $599, I'm also
so
in.
So $599.
601, I'm out.
Plus taxes and an Apple Care.
Oh yeah, that one's definitely getting Apple Care.
$599.
The phone doesn't get Apple Care, but the watch will get it. The first rev.
Yeah.
Will definitely get the Apple Care.
Rev. I mean, are you?
Do you know the prices?
Yeah, I mean $399 is starting.
Oh well, then I'm in.
Yeah, that's starting. You don't know what that's going to be. It could be the smaller one, which you don't want.
The thing that I've learned is that the middle
child.
No, there's always 3. There's the small, medium, large. With these products,
but not this one.
Well,
there's hundreds of models. I mean, like configurations.
With
but anyway.
the phones, there's like the small, medium, large, and I'm not talking screen size. I'm talking like And when it first came out, was it like 4, 8, 16 gig, and then it was like 8, 16, 32, 16, 32, 64. You always want the one in the middle.
Right.
The one at the high end is you never use all that, and the one at the low end you run out of space. You want the one in the middle. So I don't know where they are listed. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing
you're
going to
be sport band.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's going to be the bands, which are you going to want more than one band?
No,
I am.
I don't care.
I want the sport band and I want the stainless steel band.
Yeah, I don't care that much.
Because the stainless
sport
steel
band, good enough.
Nope, I'm going to swap them out because the sport band's like sport. It's like rubber, and then the stainless steel band is like stainless steel and nice. So that's probably where I'm at, and probably the bigger watch face. Because they're shooting watch face sizes.
Oh,
yeah.
Then I'm gonna have to go to the store.
Oh, then I'm gonna get mine so much faster than you.
I'm gonna buy one. Go to the store. I'm
gonna buy one, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna get the other one.
Just I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to see what it feels like.
Well, you can tell by looking. Like I can give you my watch and just say this is a 42, and you can go, oh, that's too big.
Oh, they give you that?
Yeah, they know what the.
Let me see your watch.
Oh no, we're not doing this now.
Let me see your watch.
We're not doing this now.
Just hold your wrist up.
Yeah.
How big is that?
I think this is a 42.
I don't want that big.
Oh, you don't want this big, so you're going to want the smaller one.
Yeah, I want the ladies' version.
Yeah, you do. I think there's a smaller one.
Although it is like a screen that I guess maybe the bigger it is, the better. I don't know.
I think you want the so there's the
where are you looking?
There's Watch Sport, and Watch Edition. Watch Edition.
What website are you on?
Apple.com/watch/overview.
Why didn't you put that in the agenda? Why'd you put
didn't.
This silly...
Coming early spring. Anyway, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of that overview page, you'll see that there's 3 different models.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. There's a sport version, which I'm guessing the sport's going to be the cheapest, although I think it's supposed to have maybe not strength and ion glass.
I want the sporty one.
Yeah, maybe I'll get the sport one, but get that extra thing. So anyway, that's I'm kind of excited about it. I mean, I don't know.
I have no idea what else I'm gonna do with it other than like
you can
run.
literally control your Apple TV. Now, I should have made this my pick. Maybe I'll make this my
maps on.
I'll make my next week. Here, I'm gonna put this for
Look
next.
at that passbook. That's cool.
I'm putting my next week pick, so don't talk about it.
I can put my boarding pass on there.
Okay. Yes, you can put your boarding pass. All right. So let's get to. So that's the Apple Watch. Let's talk about next time on, before we make our picks of the week. This came up. We haven't done a special episode in a while. So I figured it was a good time to do it. So the next episode is going to be called Guilty Pleasure TV.
Yes.
So we're going to pick, 5 or 10?
At least 5 each.
5 each?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 each.
Guilty pleasure television shows.
Not these are good shows.
Yeah.
This is like terrible shows, but we watch them anyway.
So good.
But so good.
So good.
But I watch them, but they're terrible.
But this is not Breaking Bad material.
No.
This is not The Wire.
In fact, you can't pick anything that was on your top 10 list. How's that?
Nothing on there is guilty pleasure.
Right.
Anyway.
No, that's true. So it's going to be really trashy stuff. But maybe we'll be uncovering some new things that other people would like to listen to. And it's been a while since we did the TV episode. So
people
guilty pleasure
like the TV, I think.
I think they did. No,
is a rule that it has to be streaming. You must be able to stream it somehow.
Everything can be streamed at this point. Name a show that cannot be streamed.
Homicide: Life on the Streets. Bam! Did that right there in 3 seconds.
No, it can be save your TiVo and then stream to your device. Any TiVo can do that.
Where's it on TV?
What do you mean?
It's on TV. Can't get it on my TiVo. It's not on television.
Oh, you're saying like you can't even you can get it on CD.
I have to get it on a DVD.
You can get it on DVD, and then you could rip it and then stream and then put it on your device.
No, that's not called streaming.
You could stream it from I can keep doing it.
We're not doing that.
Okay.
That doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't care. What does it matter?
Well, I was asking. We are a cloud show here. Should we care about that?
We should also focus on things. And maybe we should make this. Maybe the shows should all be weekly. See what I mean? See what I did there?
You're good. You a lawyer or something?
All right. Why don't you write down your pick here?
I'm not writing it down.
Oh, okay. So make your first and last pick of the week.
So there's this younger generation these days.
I love that you don't think you're in that generation.
Yeah, well, I'm not, clearly. So this is like the weirdest thing.
They all have Apple Watches?
Like, I don't even know how this app totally works, like the whole thing behind it, because I just see all sorts of crap in here. But this, and maybe I'm just so out of the loop on this, and I'm going to sound stupid, but
yeah.
So my sister.
Too late.
My sister, who is younger than I am, my sister is 25 years old, and she says to me, she was buying something on behalf of myself, my wife, my other sister, my brother-in-law, and her, a wedding gift for somebody. The three of us, or the 5 of us, whatever, were chipping in to buy somebody something. So she took the lead and bought it. So I had to get her money. So I said, I'll just PayPal you money. She goes, I don't have PayPal. I'm like, what kind of 25-year-old doesn't have PayPal? I'm like, can I quick pay you? She goes, I don't have quick pay. I'm like, what the heck? How do you get money?
Oh, yeah.
Venmo.
Yeah.
Venmo me.
I've heard this.
I'm like, Venmo? What is Venmo?
From the other person who should not be named.
I'm like, all right. So I go sign up for a Venmo account. First of all, I feel like it's too easy. Like, it was just dumb easy to sign up for a Venmo account.
And all of a sudden you're like,
I mean, you could do it with the, like, login with Facebook. I'm like, no. No, thank you. But I feel like a lot of people do, because when I open up my Venmo, I see like a feed. It's like people are like
paying people.
And it's like people I don't know. Like, I randomly know
weird.
them. I don't understand how this works. All I know is that
you're so old.
I am old. And I will say the sign up process for it was really easy.
Right.
It said, what bank account or what bank do you want to connect it to? And I said, Chase. And all I had to do was log into my Chase account through them and they brought back my accounts and said, which account? That one. Done.
Scary.
Oh, yeah. As someone who like used to work at a bank, I was like, what? I guess I'm okay. But now I'm seeing all these people paying people. I don't know if I like this. They're liking it and commenting on the payment. I'm like, what are you... Everyone needs to like and comment on everything these days.
I'll do the thing that you wouldn't do because I'm not a chicken. I'll sign in with Facebook.
You're dumb. Now your payments are just going to be all in Facebook. Like Jason just paid Justin for whatever.
For going
Services
to that,
rendered.
Go to that place. Venmo would like to post on your friend's behalf.
Yeah,
don't allow.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, please.
Oh, but it makes you pick a new password, which I always find, what's the point of signing into a place?
Why am I doing that?
Right.
So anyway, it was really, I was just like befuddled by the whole thing.
You have to send a text.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy sign-up process.
Okay.
It took like 5 minutes, and all of a sudden I was sending money to my sister. And then I've got a feed, and I don't like that. I'm sorry, I don't like a feed for my money being paid. So anyway, social payments? Venmo? I don't know what
does it do that's anything different?
No, I have no idea. It's just another... To me, it's PayPal for kids. PayPal for youngins.
But, I mean, you can send money. Is there fees? I mean, what,
I have no idea. She said, send me a Venmo, this much money. I said, okay.
Banks and cards.
But I'm not going to wait to see you to hand you a check.
Add a bank account. Chase, I'm trying it right now.
You're doing it right now. You can see how quick it is.
Well, and that's what you kind of said it was so quick, and so I'm
really, really absurdly quick. And
I
could
just
do the
literally
whole thing
just funded
on your
like
mobile.
Al Qaeda. Like I just did that.
You just did that.
Oh wow, that's not.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, let's see. Oh, but I ought to verify verify account by text message. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. So you can go on to your picks now.
Oh, did I pick the right one? No, I picked
You're gonna screw this up.
Yeah, I did. All right, I had it text my home phone. That's not gonna work. All right, Venmo. Interesting. Venmo me. I think someone else has shown me that once, and I was like, that looks interesting, and I guess.
By the way, I'm just reading the little fine print.
Yeah.
Venmo's a licensed money transmitter and an authorized delegate of PayPal Inc.
Oh, so it's literally PayPal.
PayPal, but more fun.
Oh, okay. More fun.
It's got this feed.
Venmo!
Kids love feeds.
Yeah, they do. I like the feed.
You know who loves feeds? Businesses who run their business on Salesforce.
I just like the
whole
feeds.
world. I run my whole business on my phone.
The whole world's a feed. Yeah. So mine is another Kickstarter. I have about 6 Kickstarters coming to me starting now. I've gotten so many. So I can really just pick Kickstarter projects. It's like the time of Kickstarter. I'm getting all these Kickstarter projects. So this one is called Canary. And this was a long time ago. And I just got it, and I got it last week, and I set it up, and I've been just kind of playing with it. So Canary, it's a small device, cylinder device. Looks like maybe like a can and a half, like one of those big cans, like not a 40 ounce, maybe like a 16 ounce beer. I think that size, right? That's, either black or silver or white, that you give it power. So you plug it into the wall. It's USB powered. And then in it has a bunch of stuff. It has a air sensor. It has a temperature sensor. It has a microphone. It has a camera. And then it connects up to your wireless. And then and then you have an app. Now, I'll tell you, the process of connecting the app to the device had to be done through hardware. So I actually literally had
like a cord?
Yes.
What are cords? I just talked about Venmo and feeds.
No. But to set it up, basically, because it's a security system, in order to actually connect, to connect your device to this thing, you had to do it physically by putting the two things together and connecting them with a cord. And then it like validated. So I actually like that because now what I can do with it, I'm so glad that no one else can do that, and certainly not anybody else in my family. Sorry, kids and wife. Anyway, so what is it? They're calling it like a home. It's at canary.is, canary.is. It is they're calling it a home, like a home security system. I actually bought it not for more security. I bought it because of the monitoring. I'm really fascinated by monitoring things in my house. And the air quality and temperature were something that I was fascinated with, being able to like know at home like what the temperature is at home. And then it has a camera in it, like this big HD camera, pretty good. So when I open up my app, like I'm here at the office right now, and this is the part that So a couple things about it. So let's talk a couple things about it. One is it has an app. When I open it up, I can do a couple things. I can watch live, which means I then open up and I can watch. I'm at work and this is at home. I can see it's 19% humidity, 72 degrees, and like variable air quality. It's probably because I live in New York and everything's bad quality. And it has modes. So it has privacy mode, means it's turned off. It's not paying attention to anything. It has at-home mode, which is like you're at home, so what are you worried about? And then it has armed mode. And when you're in
armed mode sounds scary.
So it has location awareness. So when I leave the house, it automatically arms.
What does arm mean? Turn on?
Well, see, armed, disarmed, and privacy.
But what does the word armed
I'll tell you why.
actually
now
mean?
It's
but you haven't told me what it means.
Armed? You don't know what armed means?
No, what does it mean?
The word armed, to arm something?
What happens when it's
I'm
armed?
explaining to you. So then it is now armed, and it's watching for motion. So here, it then can send me signals. Oh, let me turn that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I just turned it off. I want to turn it down. It's me not knowing how to use my own thing. So here, I guess it's actually now, well, let's hope this isn't like something going on. It's actually my house cleaner. So it detects motion and sends me a ping when it detects motion and then records it.
She has no clue you're watching her.
So this is a video of my, wow, his face just went insane. His face just went insane.
Oh my God.
It's a security system.
You need like 4 of those just for that. That's just so
I have it set up in my apartment that I can see like literally, and I live in New York City. So
can you imagine being like, you stole my blah, 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 and her being like, no, I didn't. And you being like, here's the video.
Here's the video of you doing it. So it detects motion, and then as it's armed, and then records whatever it can see. Now, obviously, I'm just playing around with it. I did tell my wife that it's in the apartment and showed her, so she knows.
Me too.
I did not. And I told you. I shouldn't have told you.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. Because now the next time I'm in
maybe
there,
a hat go over it.
Man, something's going to happen.
Oh, other things I can do with it.
I'm totally
going
to be very inappropriate with your canary.
I can sound an alarm.
Do it now.
No. That would be very bad. In the thing. So I can sound an alarm. I can say this is everything's fine.
What does that happen when you sound an alarm?
It starts in the canary starts an alarm in the thing. The device like I don't know what it sounds like.
Does it notify police?
No, it has to make an emergency call, and all my emergency numbers from my location, like my precinct, are in here.
Oh, it knows that.
Yeah, because it knows where you are.
That's a pretty cool little toy.
So
it's not really a toy.
This is a Kickstarter project. It is a lot of activity today. I got 7 pings because the house cleaner is in there, and it has.
Where does it store all that?
So it stores it online in the cloud. This is one of the things that I kind of didn't
pay
know.
for the storage.
Not for now.
Oh,
there's a free you can have so much storage, but then you can you can.
Does it have a purging process where you can be like, okay, don't need these anymore because it was just me walking around?
Well, it wouldn't be you because you're at home, and it would disarm when you're at home.
Oh, because your phone's in your pocket.
Yeah. That's what's so cool about it. So what they're saying, the way they're comparing it, so it's $249, and they're basically saying, hey, why do you need a full security system, like one of these thousands and thousands of dollars? Okay, there's what's going on in my house right now.
Laughing.
Well, look at this, but look at that camera. I mean,
it's pretty good. It's like
is-
HD quality.
It is HD quality. You can zoom in.
Nothing's happening in your house right now.
Nothing's happening.
It's very quiet.
Very quiet.
Is nobody home?
I think someone's being picked up or they're going somewhere. No, yeah, they went. No, I mean, nowhere.
Nobody's home. Nobody's home in Jason's house. Go rob him.
Go rob him. I know, but don't, because when you walk in, security.
We got you.
It's gonna
Gotcha,
literally
suckers.
Yeah. So anyway, it's pretty cool. It's a little freaky, and yes, when I got the ping today, and then I looked in and I saw my house cleaner actually cleaning the house, it was spooky, but it records it. So again, it's kind of like a security system. Anyway, I don't know. I did it as a Kickstarter. It's very cool. It's a little creepy, but I would say if you own an apartment, like a singular person, you own an apartment, and you just want to put like a good security system in it, or without having to like put things through the wall and whatever. I mean, $250 for what it gives you,
and you sort of. While it's not tiny,
Justin's head is spinning. He's trying to think.
While
of
it's not tiny,
it's hurting him. Yes.
It's not big either.
It's not
so
big.
You showed. I was sitting in your apartment the other day.
You couldn't even find it, knowing
I couldn't.
it was videotaping the back of your head.
You said you want to see something cool, and I was like, sure. And you handed me the phone and said, click the button.
Yeah.
And I clicked it, and it was me
from behind. Right.
And I was like, oh, you have a camera in here.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then I was trying to find it, and I knew exactly where it was because it was like I was looking at myself, and I couldn't. It didn't look out of place. If you knew what you were looking for in the exact spot to look for it, you'd definitely see it. But without knowing that, you definitely don't know it's there.
So you've seen this stuff like there's a thing called drop cam, which you probably saw ads for.
I always hear of like the nanny cam.
Well, like drop cam is very similar. So like, I don't know if it does. Drop cam Pro. It's like $300. Okay, so it's drop cam is $199. But it's just a camera. I don't know if it does only the 7-day of cloud recording, $99 a year.
So crazy.
I just basically want to tell anybody now, if you ever think you're off camera, you're not. So like if you're gonna walk around your house nude, if you're gonna at your friend's house like go do something inappropriate, like you should just consider there's probably something watching you.
Yeah, like I'm definitely doing something inappropriate the next time I'm at your house, like feeding your fish or walking your dog or something.
Yes.
And I'm definitely going to do it on purpose.
So Canary offers free storage in the Canary Cloud of events recorded within the past 12 hours.
The Canary Cloud, is that Amazon? Where is the Canary Cloud?
Yes, it's Amazon.
The Canary Cloud.
Privacy and security auditing, transparent user accounts. So anyway, a pretty interesting little device. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not sure that this is the greatest thing ever. I kind of like it. I like it for the monitoring. The one thing I've actually already thought about, a feature that I'd like, is to be able to voice into it. So to basically be able to say, "Hey, stop!
Hey, get out of my house!"
and then it go, "Oh, stop!" or whatever. I mean, the siren's cool.
Away.
It also has a light on the bottom.
Hey, nice pants.
It also has a light on the bottom that tells you what it's doing. So it's a green or yellow or red. Red means it's monitoring. So if you know what you're looking at, you can look at it and tell whether it's on or not. Which is both good, but then it's also bad, because if you're trying to make it innocuous, having this little red light, especially at night, like if it was dark, you would see this red light in the corner. Maybe you think it's one of a million things, but anyway, yeah, you could put tape over or something. But anyway,
Does it have night vision?
I don't know. It's pretty
Feature
good
request.
at night. It's pretty good at night.
Feature
I tried
request,
it.
night vision.
Anyway, I'm both like totally fascinated by it, but freaked out. All right, why don't we wrap it up? Speaking of things I'm freaked out about, we got next week. We're coming back. All right, next week, Guilty Pleasure TV, 5 shows. They can be old or new. They can be something you watch a billion times over, or something that you just found in love. And that'll be our show next week. We'll still do picks of the week, so don't skip on your pick of the week. Remember, you can follow us at Just Edelstein, at Jason Matwood, at Arkus Inc., Facebook.com/Arkus Inc., the Success Community Group, best place to go if you're a Salesforce person. Get in there and look for CloudFocus Weekly. We, of course, are on LinkedIn, Google+. You can subscribe on and review. Please, let's get some 2015 reviews. If you have not reviewed us on either iTunes and Stitcher or both, please go and review us on iTunes or Stitcher or both. That'll be great. Otherwise, no more podcasts for you. All right, and then until next week, we'll be back. Justin, Jason saying, enjoy those cloudy days.